And welcome, folks, to another edition of Steady Dropping Dimes. We are back under not the best circumstances. I'm sad, y'all. I'm sad. I'm not quite over it. I thought I would be in a celebratory mood. I thought I'd be happy. I thought I'd be shooting off fireworks about this time, but it's not quite that way. Sun is going to come out eventually, but not today. Not today. Today is meant for something else. Today is meant to pay homage to something else. To give a pound of flesh, to give a little runway to some I told you so's. Because there was a gentleman who sat on these airwaves about a week ago and took it on the chin. He took it on the chin for a soft and supple take he had. Because he was quite wrong in the take he had. I don't know where he got it from. I mean, because as smart and as well informed as he is, he was on some bull. I mean, he was on some real bull. I mean, I was like, where is this? This brother has been hanging out with some dudes who don't know much ball. I'm like, what has he been doing? Who has he been talking to? This brother did play quarterback, didn't he? I mean, I'm sure he played quarterback at a high level. He didn't take that many hits, did he? To be thinking that Drew Aller?
Why are you bringing up old stuff? Hold on. Wait a minute. No.
Wait.
You will not.
I'm introducing.
No.
Hold up.
I don't want to hear nothing about that. I want to hear about the stadium behind you, the hat you're wearing.
The show. Can I introduce the show? I haven't even gotten to the sponsor yet.
I don't want to hear about nothing, bro. I don't want to hear about the old stuff.
I was getting to the sponsor. Hello. Let me get to the sponsor for a second.
I've given my apology.
I'll get to the sponsor. You're not supposed to interrupt the host.
I don't want to hear it.
Before I start talking about
if you bring up old stuff, you here.
What we talking about? Give me a second. I didn't even say your name.
You were saying?
That's right. I was saying. Yeah, this brother was just talking like he had taken a bunch of hits to the dome. I was like, dang, man, we need to get this brother a drink or something. I mean, man, some smelling salts to get him out this headspace where he thinking Drew Aller is that guy. But he shook himself out of it and started thinking right. And he joined the show, Steady Dropping Dimes, which is now brought to you by our new sponsor, one of our new sponsors, by the way, the Ann Arbor Sports Commission. And if you are familiar with the Ann Arbor Sports Commission, it is a division of Destination Ann Arbor, who we've had a partnership with for quite a long time. And the Ann Arbor Sports Commission is dedicated to creating and hosting world-class sporting events that provide opportunities for athletes and make a positive impact in this here community. So the Ann Arbor community and sports in this community about much more than the University of Michigan, which we know. Listen, you come to Ann Arbor, it's about the maize and blue. It's about Michigan football, Michigan basketball, Michigan hockey, Michigan athletics. And beyond Michigan athletics, Eastern Michigan athletics, but beyond college athletics, so many other sports in this community. You have your amateur athletics. You have your club sports. You have your leisure athletics. You have golf. You have soccer. You have all kinds of sports that come to this community that the Ann Arbor Sports Commission helps bring competition to and events to year round. And in keeping with that, and as part of its ongoing mission, by the way, the Ann Arbor Sports Commission is excited to host its second annual Washtenaw County Celebration of Girls and Women in Sports Conference next month. And we're going to be bringing on Megan Hughes, the director of the Ann Arbor Sports Commission, next week, by the way, to tell you about it. And now there are going to be a lot of great initiatives around that great event that we're going to be bringing attention to, that we're going to be shaping. We're going to be having some special guests on. We're going to be detailing a lot of the great, like I said, great initiatives that are going to be coming up around that great event. And we're going to want to include a lot of you in it, because the support of women's sports and girls sports is increasing, but not to the level that it needs to be. So the attention that we're going to bring to it, and the attention that you're going to help us bring to it with this show and with this event is going to be, I think, going to be a big part of this show and a big part of this event. So already excited about it, and excited about the work that we're going to do, and the guest that we're going to have next week with Megan Hughes coming on, the director of the Ann Arbor Sports Commission. So looking forward to that, and mark your calendar. So we'll tell you more about that a little bit later on in the show. Mm-hmm. Without further ado, my esteemed guest, starting off first with Mr. Daniel Horton, former Michigan point guard. I'm introducing you first, Daniel, because I want to give some runway to our other guest, who also was a field. First of all,
other guest. Dang.
Good evening, Daniel. How are you?
I'm doing good. I'm waiting for this explosive episode we're about to have.
Yes, it's an explosive episode, because I teed it up that way because I took some liberties with the other brother on the show. Because I did. I was
just with me, by the way. But
hold on. I'm giving you your due. I took some liberties on the absurd take that you had on Drew Aller last. I was letting you have it, and you came on last week, and you were talking about the Lions, and you so boldly proclaimed on an island by yourself.
All by myself. No national, nobody but me and people that live in DC. But go ahead.
So boldly proclaim that the Lions were going to lose the game to the Washington Commanders. You alone.
Me alone.
Said that was going to happen. So I have to give you credit, because I think you were the only one who, I don't know, second defensive player of the game when Amick Robinson broke his arm was cheering. You were cheering. You said it went down, it goes down. It happened. The Lions are going to lose this game.
It's not true.
They're going to lose this game. You said it's going down. It's over. The Lions are out of here.
I believe I said that the Lions will lose on Wednesday.
It's over. You know it's over. They are going to stop them. It's out of here.
I believe I said the Lions would lose on Wednesday with pure confidence, even though you guys tried to sway me.
You knew it was over. You knew it was over when he went down. Did you not know it was over when Amick Robinson went down? Yes or no?
I knew it was over on Wednesday.
When
it was confirmed.
Robinson went down.
It was confirmed when I saw the team warm up.
When he
broke
from the
field,
arm,
by the way.
When he broke his arm, did you not know once and for all there was no hope for the Lions?
If I would say that, that would imply that I didn't know from the beginning. So I can't confirm that. Sorry. I knew from the very beginning, and I was very bullish, as you remember. If I wish we could just put the clip up, because you seem like you're speaking as if I was wavering, maybe teetering on the fence even. You're speaking in those terms when the chat, you yourself, only person that didn't attack me was really Daniel. But Daniel was just listening. He ain't defend me though. He don't even like Lions. And that's why I'm mad at Daniel. Daniel did not defend me. And he ain't like, oh, you had your time. You had your time is my time, and I give you time to apologize in a second. Shut your mouth and listen. So the chat was very just vicious. Just this guy he's losing it. He's off his marbles. He's off his rocker. He has no idea. You attacked my girlfriend. Oh my goodness.
I didn't attack your girlfriend.
You attacked. Said, oh my God, are you dating a chicken head from DC?
I did not say that.
You said those words. So, and I'm just like, wait a minute.
Say that.
Wait a minute. The reason you all should have trusted me.
Oh my God.
The reason you all should have trusted me further is because my girlfriend is a former Lions cheerleader and actually was working at the game.
You pull up Otter and Google and search for the words chicken head and see if they appear anywhere
from DC. That's what you said. You said that. Right? And so I'm just like, I felt so attacked.
You made comments about mumbo sauce too.
And you know what's crazy? I didn't attack you back, Sam. I just stood firmly as the confident football knower I am. And I'm that guy, right? I'm the table guy. I'm on the table about whatever I feel. And I've been so right about so many things. I don't think I've ever been more right. Both coaches. It's not even Thursday. It's not even time out, T-Mark. Let me finish my soliloquy, baby. It's barely Wednesday, and they both got a new job.
I did not call this man's woman no chicken head.
I made it very clear that the combination of your offensive coordinator, genius, wants a new job. Deservedly so. Your defensive coordinator wants a new job. Deservedly so. Your quarterback in a big spot, not always the greatest. Your coordinator is going to try to prove how very smart he is. And you're going up against a fearless young quarterback, and these are my exact words, who doesn't know any better. He doesn't know that he has to go through the steps to be a great quarterback. He doesn't know that he has to fail over and over and over again before he can experience great success on the road versus the number one seed. And I'm just telling you, this is my first Lions game on this run, and it was loud. Oh, my goodness. It would shake any normal man. Good thing for me, Jaden Daniels not a normal man, obviously. And he was in complete control. And while Jared Goff, who I love, I made it very clear on the show, while Jared Goff was shaking and just, it was ugly. He was just not himself. This young guy was on the road at about 165 pounds, just dealing. Lions got free runners. He's outrunning them. He's making every single throw. And when the game is in the balance, they're not running the ball, which they did with great success. They are putting the ball in his hands and allowing him to throw it while Jared Goff is sailing balls over heads left and right and then pretending like he's going to go make a tackle. It's insane how right I was. And just like I came on this show, you want to bring up Drew Aller, and I apologize to the people. I apologize to everybody on the show. I made sure it was clear that I was outside myself, and I have no idea why I would pick that big gump. I don't know why. And really the real reason is because Riley Leonard's terrible, and I thought he would lie. And I said that on the show. I said, I don't think that Drew Aller's great. I just think he's significantly better than Riley Leonard, who made it very clear that he's deaf and blind. But you come on this show, and I haven't got the same energy. I would love for you to aggressively apologize about calling my girlfriend a chicken head from DC, who is not even from DC. She's actually from Joy Road, and you lucky she was asleep because then she was gonna pull up on you, Sam.
That's what I said.
And two, for getting the chat on my back.
I didn't say did she have you in tights. I implied did she have you in tights.
You said the chicken head from DC got you thinking crazy. That's what you said, and I don't want to hear it. I want an apology for her, and I want an apology for me. And now we can do this the easy way, or we can do this the hard way.
So I tell you, here's where you have a point. This is where you have a point. Because what you were suggesting, you said they were distracted. I don't think they were distracted. I think that on one hand, Ben Johnson was arrogant. On the other hand, Jared Goff was pressing. On both hands, they
Devin was right.
they were outside themselves.
But Sam, who told you that they would be that way?
You said that they were You said that they were doing all this other stuff. They were doing all this other stuff, going out and going over to this bakeries and all this other stuff.
I never said anything about bakery. I don't even know about bakery. What bakery are you talking about?
You talking about they doing all this other stuff that have nothing to do with the game. I'm talking about in the game itself. You talking about in the game where the both coordinators want new jobs? I ain't talking about no other jobs. I'm talking about in the game itself.
I'm trying to check, is this the game you're talking about where the two coordinators in the game want new jobs? Is that what you're talking about?
Forget the other jobs, DG.
That they already have, by the way.
Let me tell you about how it's playing out in this game. How it's playing out in this game is, all right, man. From the Ben Johnson standpoint, man, I could do what I want to do with these dudes. I could come out in this game and I could start David Montgomery when David Montgomery hasn't played.
Hold on. Did I not say that as well? I said they are going to pander to him and take the ball out of 26's hands. I said that too. Ben, never mind. Go ahead. I'm sorry for interrupting.
Okay.
I'm sorry. They're going to ask you right there. She's about to jump on you, but go ahead.
Okay. So we gonna play David Montgomery when he hasn't played football in I don't know how long. What, 6 weeks?
Were you surprised?
Okay, and so
question mark.
You go 3 and out, and then you put Jahmyr Gibbs in. So you pay homage to Jared. You pay homage to Knuckles. You give him his due. Fine. This is cool. But now we go back to Sonic, and he is getting 10 yards a pop. He's killing them. These dudes giving up 5 yards a rush. You throwing him the ball. He getting 10 yards a pass. Give him the damn ball, right? Keep giving him the rock. Especially when, all right, now, your boy.
How can he keep doing that when he's trying to get a job with a quarterback that's an all-time talent and he just show his passing game abilities? How can he do that? I'm not
even done making the case yet.
I'm
not even done making the case. Because now your boy Jared Goff, who I'm not with all these people who it's a question in the chat. Is Jared Goff a fraud? No, Jared Goff is not a fraud. I think what we've seen is Jared Goff is not a guy who's gonna carry you. Jared Goff is
not better than Joe Burrow.
I never said he was better than Joe Burrow. That wasn't me. That was not me.
Was playing better than Joe Burrow. That's what I said.
Rewind the tape.
Was playing better than Joe Burrow, which he was at the time.
You Daniel, now who you gonna address that to? So
you know what I'm talking to.
You have that conversation with somebody else. Let me
was
pause.
Playing better. Very clear.
Go ahead.
Mention Joe Burrow's at home.
Y'all had that conversation.
What talking about?
Because
Joe Burrow's at home. I'm not talking about nobody at home. What I'm talking about at home is Jared Goff, because Sam needs to make some kind of point he's trying to make that I made last week, and now he's trying to make the point afterwards. I don't know what he's doing. He called my girlfriend a chicken there from DC. I want to fight him a little bit.
Hey, we'll revisit the Burrow versus.
He's not even from DC.
Go ahead, Sam.
Of course, you're not a chicken.
I never said your girlfriend was no chicken.
Yes, you did. You did say that.
Jared Goff is not a quarterback that is going to carry you. He is a quarterback that has to be able to lean on a running game. But somehow in this game, and to me, it really started to crystallize after Ahmed Robertson went down. Now, he had a touchdown after that. He's probably feeling himself a little bit. Had a fumble after that, but it's becoming clear. They can't stop these dudes. Because he probably felt like after the Minnesota game, okay, our defense is going to be able to do
Hey, Sam,
stuff.
just can I interrupt for 1 second, please?
Can
I 1 second, Sam. Can I just interrupt? I just ask you a question while you're on this topic. Could they not stop these dudes, or could they not stop Jaden Daniels? To be clear, I don't know which one. These dudes or Jaden Daniels?
They weren't going to be able to stop these dudes, this team, him, this team. They weren't going to be able to stop him, this team, period. They weren't going to be able to stop them at all. Okay. He probably thought going into the game, they were going to be able to get a stop. But it became very, very clear early in that game, especially with no Amik Robertson, they had no shot of stopping them at all. At all. Like ever. Like shades of, you remember that Buffalo game where they never stopped them? Go back to the Buffalo game. Like if you go back to that game, they never stopped them. They didn't stop them one time. The only time Buffalo got stopped in that game was when they missed the field goal. So if you think back to that game, if you're in Jared Goff's head, he like, damn, we had to score every time. And I think that dude went back in his head, was like, man, you know what? I'm going to have to do some stuff. I'm going to have to do some stuff in this game. And he started being like, okay, let me go get ready to do some stuff. And he started trying to do some stuff. And man, that is not him.
Now, Sam, this is where I have to push back because it seems like you're trying to like belittle my genius by saying this.
Belittle your genius.
Hold on, just you see what hat I'm wearing? You see what hat I'm wearing? So you're saying that I don't know how you know about this in his head. I don't know if you talked to him or not, but you're just making up this thing. But whatever. You said in his head, he's like, oh, I got to start doing too much, right? Let's revisit the interceptions, right? So the fumble, we've seen Jared Goff fumble. He got little hands. That's just a thing that could happen, right? Fumble.
That's true.
The interception before half, driving down, that whole drive, he was lighting them up. But he threw it to –
Okay.
I just want to talk about the one before half first. Can I talk about the one before half first?
Why are you talking about that one? Let's go in order.
Well, it's my soliloquy, so I get to choose. What are you talking about? So the one before half, you're implying that these turnovers are because he's doing too much. He threw to a one-on-one Jamison Williams versus a 5'9" Mikey Samuelson. Now, everybody in this chat and on this show understands the brilliance and the ability of Mikey Samuelson. However, around the world, around the country, around the football world, maybe different today, but for the most part, every quarterback and their mama is taking that.
Yeah, I'm not saying he shouldn't have.
Mikey Samuelson just made a great play. Outstanding play. Now, the interception where
it's not doing too much. It's not just doing too much.
No.
He tried to do too much and he was missing guys. So he tried to do too much and he's missing. For me to get on board with this. I want to be on board. With this. For me to be on board with this, I need you to explain specifically. The only time I saw him trying to do too much is when he thought he was about to go make a tackle. That was too much. Obviously, you're not tackling a soul. Other than that, it just looked like he played bad. It's all the same thing. You're trying to do too much and you're missing throws. You're not seeing the field.
When did he try to do too much? Can you give an example?
When he sailed the ball.
Is that trying to do too much or is that just missing the throw?
You said it's a guy open down the field. And I think who was on the call? Tom Brady talked about it. He said, hey, man, you said the guy was open down the field. Tom Brady was like, hey, man, you know what? The guy's open, but that's kind of a tough throw.
What did he say first?
Tom Brady on the call.
He said the guy's what?
He said the guy's open, but that's kind of a tough throw. There's a check down that's open.
But Jared Goff has hit open guys all season. Why would he turn down an open guy?
I'm listening to Tom Brady. Tom Brady said there's a check down.
First of all,
open.
You know what? I'm not going to get into it. I'm not going to get into that. I don't care what Tom said. I don't care what Tom said, but he prefaced it by saying the guy is open and he's an NFL quarterback. So that's not a bad decision.
He's an NFL quarterback who's been in the arena, who has 7 Super Bowls, who said, you know what? I think that's a tough throw. I think throw the check down.
Sam, saying that – no, time out, Sam, because I'm not letting you get away with this because you're trying to pull Tom Brady to try to make your point. Just because after the fact, yeah, of course the check down looks better now. It's a pick six. Of course the analysts are going to say, yeah, He probably should have checked it down. Daniel. After watching an interception and then you rewatch the play and see an open guy, would you say, yeah, he probably should have checked it down? Wouldn't you say the same thing? Does that make you a football genius for that? No. So just relax.
So TB12. We're saying
Sam
that,
throwing back down because of Tom Brady. Here we go.
He's just second guessing this. See, we think that he just you know what? He's just oversimplifying.
On that play, he second guessed, and that's not what we do as analysts. We guess first, like I did on Wednesday. Let's be clear.
Tom Brady doesn't know what he's talking about. My bad.
Did I say that?
No. I think what he's saying is that I think he's saying on that play, Tom Brady had access to information and the angle that the
Tom Brady doesn't know.
Right? So he saw it after the fact and made that.
Daniel, I don't even know why you explained that to Sam. Sam know what he's doing. He's losing, and he has to try to pull on grass straws. He's grasping for
I'm grabbing.
Tom Brady did. Well, I don't want to hear that because I don't want to hear that. I don't want to hear that. You have often.
He said that
Reggie Bush is the top 5 football player in the history of college football. And you regularly talked about how bad he is at being an analyst. I don't want to hear what you did. I want to hear, did you first guess or did you second guess?
No, this is ridiculous. He said, don't make that throw.
Why?
You take the check down.
Why did he say don't make that throw? No, we're going to talk about it. No, we're going to talk about it. Why did he say don't make that throw? Why? Did he give why?
The point is because he's pressing. Because
no, that's not a reason why.
Because
why should he not make that throw? Is it because the safety's too low? Is it because whatever? Why not make that throw when the guy's open? Why? Because it was an interception after the fact.
The point of why you don't make the throw or why you shouldn't make the throw is because it's too difficult when you got an open guy right here.
Well,
don't make that throw.
If we go back and watch the interception, there was a direct pass from Jared Goff's hand to the wide receiver with no defenders in between. And he threw it 10 feet over his head. Even with the ball flying over his head, nobody still jumped in front of the wide receiver. What are we talking about?
Can you pull up we can make it very simple. If you can go find the feed from the game and we can just play it. I'm willing to even not take the money from the episode and we can actually play it live and we can listen. And then we can not take.
What are you going to prove by him saying that? And then we care what Tom Brady said. If a guy's open, Tom Brady throws it to him.
So then it won't be. I'm saying then it won't be using my words, using what I have to say.
No, you're trying to use Tom Brady to try to make yourself right.
The people can listen to Tom Brady's words and have Tom Brady.
First of all, if everybody's been watching Tom Brady on the TV all year, they'll have their own opinions. I'm not going to get into it, but y'all can do that on your own. I'm not trying to hear it, Sam.
Not me.
Not trying to hear it.
DG can't say it because they call it same fraternity, but
not trying to. Go ahead and say it, Dan.
Yeah, Tony Romo.
I don't know.
So my point is,
I don't love Tony Romo, but he do be good.
You had Jared Goff doing not Jared Goff things. Jared Goff typically would do things like, okay, I'm gonna take the check down here. This is what the kind of thing he's been doing this season. He
hasn't.
Okay,
he's been driving the ball down the field. What are you talking about? I know you or Tom didn't watch film then, and I'm not gonna say Tom didn't because you just made that up. That's not why he said that. He said that because it turned out to be an interception.
I've been watching him. Yes, he's been making difficult throws.
So you telling me Jared Goff been checking it down all year?
I didn't.
That's what you just said.
He's been making some tough throws, but when he's seen a really difficult throw in a situation like the one that they were in this scenario, and there's a check down, and they're in a situation where they're in a scenario where they're in a dog fight and they're down, and they look, man, we gotta move the football and we're down. We need to progress the team down the field. Hey man, I'm gonna take this check down, live to fight another day.
So
I'm gonna move.
Sam, let me just try to make this clearer for you. And for the people at home, let me try to make it clear for you.
I've been watching. I watch every game this season.
Okay, good for you.
Every game.
The route he was trying to throw was a curl. And I want to be clear about this. A curl is a stationary route. That is the easiest route for a quarterback throw. Only throw easier is maybe a hitch, which is nothing but a short curl, right? So if there's an open window, I can see if it's a dig and he's trying to hit him in the window where he's moving, dig. That's a big in route where he's running across the field, a little more difficult. I can see if it's a deep over where the levels are different. You got to try to navigate the ball over a guy to get down to the wide receiver. That's different. I can see if it's a big post, right? 60 yards down the field, 50 yards down the field, 30 yards down the field, where you got to drive it a far distance to a guy that's covered. I can see that. A curl with a direct path from your hand to the wide receiver is not a difficult throw, period. I don't care who says it is. And if you throw it over his head and an analyst says, oh, he should have checked it down, yes, he's second-guessed because of the result, not because that's what he would have done. Tom Brady, 10 times out of 10, is throwing an open curl, period.
At any rate,
period.
Like I said, you have a guy. Here we go.
Hey, DG, they call you Vladimir Gardner in the chat.
And Vladimir Gardner, he's so smart.
This year in zone coverage, he's got Laporta in his flare control right underneath wide open. And he's just got to drive Laporta the ball. Instead, he gets greedy. Like I said, you feel when you're down. And when you throw high balls over the middle in zone coverage, you're asking for trouble.
So where was the thing you said? Because he didn't say nothing about, he just said when you throw high balls in the middle, which everybody knows, that's why you don't throw high. He didn't have to throw high. I didn't hear no analysts that you was talking about on there. I didn't hear none of the analytics or analysis that you was talking about. I didn't hear none of it. He just said, oh, he had Laporta. Yeah, because you just watched the play afterwards.
Okay. All right. Okay.
Well, are you saying I'm wrong? Please let me know. What are you saying?
You didn't hear him just say. He didn't say he should have thrown to Laporta. That ain't what
he did. But why? I need analysis. Why did he have to throw to Laporta when the guy's open? Why? He just said when you throw high over the middle. He didn't have to throw high. He threw a bad pass. Period.
I don't understand I don't understand your point. I don't.
Of course you don't. Of course you don't. Because you're so wrong, and everybody in the chat agrees.
Okay. Fine.
Even Daniel. Daniel's sitting here not defending, and he knows you're completely wrong.
I don't get your point. My point is he should have been going to Laporta on the play. That's my point.
So you, I love you just said that, and it just popped in my head. We did a whole season, and the reason Michigan won a national championship is because they got rid of a guy who would turn down open guys down the field to throw to the check down. We did that, and you agreed every single time. Now there's an NFL quarterback that had an MVP type season, and you're saying he shouldn't throw to an open guy, but check it down. I rest my case and I'm finished. I'm done. I'm not arguing with you no more.
I'm.
Those are facts. Those are facts. Is those not facts?
I'm willing to defer. I'm willing to defer to the dude who won. Willing to defer to the dude who won 7 Super Bowls. Talk about this dude. Talk about. I know I'm not a quarterback. I'm willing to defer to the quarterback who won 7 Super Bowls. You gotta give.
How about not defer to someone who is after the fact saying that you shouldn't throw an open curl. Daniel can throw an open curl.
Play it again. Can you play it again?
You definitely can throw
what the dude said. He was like, "Hey, he got Laporta right here on the flare control. This is where you should go."
Are you intentionally trying to misunderstand the whole point?
I'm not.
So let me ask you this, and can you answer it honestly? All those times where we broke down film and we watched guys wide open for Cade McNamara, wide open, and he checked it down, and there were positive plays, and you were losing it like, what is this dude doing? This dude's wide open down the field. What is that? Are you saying you shake your head saying you were not saying that?
No, I'm not saying I wasn't saying that. I'm not saying I wasn't saying
that. So why
are
you now saying a guy who's having an MVP type season, the number 1 seed, should not throw an open curl? How are you saying that? How can you say both?
Some pressure again. Lets it fly.
With great protection, by the way.
Picked off by Quan Morton. Morton with some blocks inside the 20. Still going. Morton, pick 6.
We got crushed on that. That's when he went to the tent, right?
Yeah, that was his only pressing decision. Trying to go make a tackle.
Coverage.
He's crazy for that.
Laporta in his flare control right underneath, wide open. And he's just got to drive.
But he's not even wide open, though, Tom.
Exactly, Daniel. Exactly.
I'm about to say it's a big
Now go back to pull it back up.
Sam Laporta had blocking responsibility and was just coming off being in collision. He was just coming off being collision, and the ball is already about to be thrown. What are we talking about?
Back on the wide screen as the play is unfolding, and show the window when he throws the ball with the defender over the top and the defender underneath when he throws the ball. Show that. That's the window when he throws the ball. And that's what Brady is talking about.
In zone coverage. Laporta in his flare.
Before that. Go back.
Underneath.
Before this.
Wide open.
At the snap of the ball. When alive.
Pause there. He's wide open. He's anticipating, and the ball should be completed. Period.
Wind to the
that's the angle. That's the angle.
Open, Sam.
That's the angle, Sam. Stop trying to change it. That's it. You got a guy over the top 10 yards away from him, and you got two guys outside of him.
Ben, can you go back to the beginning at the snap of the ball when Brady is giving the commentary?
But he's wide open right there.
Come on, man. You crazy. Both of them are wide open, and you should take the curl every time.
Back to the beginning of the play. Back to the wide screen.
Sam didn't like that pause. Ben, you about to get fired. Sam didn't like that pause. That pause was so perfect. Ben, that pause was perfect. Thank you.
ABG on Madden, I'm hitting the tight end every time, baby.
And that's why you on Madden.
He wide open right there.
And he came open, and you could see that Jared Goff's already anticipating throwing the curl. That's how you should play quarterback, anticipating, which Tom was so great at, which is why I'm confused. I'm not confused. He's saying that because it resulted in an interception. That's why he's saying that.
So who are you saying he should have threw the ball to? He made the wrong read, is what you're saying?
Watch when he starts to throw the football. He's anticipating
from the replay. I'm talking about play from the live.
Hold on. Let me explain this to Daniel now. You're not supposed to wait till you see the receiver's eyes throw the ball. Now he's covered. But when you start, you can see he starts to anticipate perfectly. He just throws a bad pass, period.
Okay, I see what you're saying.
Watch when he starts to throw the ball. The receiver is still not turned around. That's perfect.
Let it run.
Right? He's being collision, right? You can see that the flat defender is right there. Laporta hasn't turned around. He starts to throw. He's about to wind up and throw, and the receiver hasn't turned around. It's perfect. It's exactly what it should be, except he threw it high. He's throwing, and the receiver's just now turned around.
Yeah. Now both of those guys open.
They're both open, and you always take the one down the field, period.
They both open. It looks like it's the same. It looks like it's the same line, DG. Like
it's the same line. Yeah. That's why he's not looking at the check down. He's looking right past him to the number one read that is open.
Yeah. That's a good play call. He got both guys open.
Both wide open, even to the top of the screen. Should he also throw the flat to the field because he's open too? What are we talking about?
Well, if you look what that ball is, right, go take it back a little bit, Ben.
The back view is the best view. The back view is the best view. This side view can tell us nothing.
Because you gotta see if you go right here, like I said, and then because you can see depth perception, and you can see a defender over the top and underneath. This is why he was talking about it like that.
Depth perception. If you throw the ball to his chest, there is no depth perception. What are you talking about? If you throw the ball straight from your hand to his chest,
this is why he was talking about
this pass, dog. The dude reached up as high as he could, open, and still couldn't touch the ball. Come on,
he was talking about it being tough.
Take it back a little bit, Ben. Take it back like a half a count, Ben.
He was talking about it being tough because you had a defender underneath him.
He's not underneath. He's going left. There's an open pass. One's to the right, one's to the left. That's not underneath. That's off to the right and off to the left. Underneath will be in between him and the ball, which means you got to throw it up over a defender. There is no defender to throw it over.
All right. He releases though, by the time the ball gets, it looks like the inside defender is undercutting it though a little bit.
Because he lofted a lollipop 12 feet in the air, Daniel. He's an NFL quarterback. This is a 12-yard throw.
See, like right there, see him right there? Like he's like, if it's lower, he's under that. This guy right here.
If you throw a ball 15, like 17 is what, 6'4", 6'5"? And he jumped as high as he could and still couldn't touch. And he didn't jump with 2. He jumped with 1, which means you can go a little higher, Dan. You know that. Jumping with 1 and dunking is easier than dunking with 2.
So
he still couldn't touch the ball.
Stop right there, Ben. So if that ball is lower, right? If that ball is lower on the wide receiver's numbers, that's a completion or a pick?
On a curl, the receiver races back to the football into the window.
Okay, I got
so he would run to the football, catch it for a first down.
However,
he can't run back to the ball.
I don't have and I don't know, so I respect that answer.
Brady didn't say he could complete it. He could complete it. He just said, "Hey, man, it's a tough. It would have been a tough act." Yeah. Flare control.
I appreciate the explanation, DG, because that's nuance that I don't have, having never played.
And this is where you tripping, because and this is not on Tom Brady because he's speaking fast. He's trying to get it out. That's not flare control, because the flare is to the flat. A flare is to the flat. He ain't controlling the flat with this route. This route is in the line of scrimmage. He ain't controlling the flat. The flat defender ain't worried about that. The flare control to the right is out there in the flat. That's a fact. Now, is he wide open after you watch the play 5 times on your little deal? Yes, absolutely. After it's a pick 6, you should definitely throw it to Laporta. I agree. But don't try to make it seem like he's pressing because he tried to throw an open curl. That's the whole point of this. He tried to throw to an open guy that was open, and that's not pressing, period.
Okay. All right. Well,
and Tom never used the words pressing. You used those words.
I did.
He said he was pressing. You said that.
I think he was pressing.
But Tom didn't say that. You said.
Hey, Sam, I tried to help you, Sam.
I don't. I appreciate you.
You said Tom said that. Tom didn't say that.
Okay. If I said Tom said he was pressing, then I apologize. I didn't mean.
That's where you're wrong. Okay. Tom said he should have threw it to the check down after the fact, and I agree. Yeah, after it's a big 6, you should throw the check down. If I said Tom used the words pressing, I apologize for saying Tom used the words pressing. I used the words pressing. Tom said he should have thrown to the check down. So now I need for you now to
the check down.
I need for you now to explain to me when he was pressing, because
I think he was pressing right there. He should have thrown to the check down.
So wrong.
He should have thrown to the check down. That was an example right there, in my opinion, because I think that's an example where, you know what? Hey, man, difficult throw.
So Daniel, to be clear, the time where you would look at it and like, man, he shouldn't have threw that, is when it's like off schedule, which Jared Goff doesn't usually do, right? Mm-hmm. Where you're being rushed and you try to do it. He had a perfect pocket to throw a curl. There is no instance where you say, where a coach is going to say, hey, don't throw the curl, throw the hitch on this play, or throw the check down. No, there's no instance where that happens, period. Never. When they're going through that play and they're describing, there is no time where they say, hey, if you're in rhythm, throw the check down if it's open instead of the open curl. Never.
Makes sense.
I hear you. Hey, I think this is a situation in this game, given that they had turned the football over already, and we need to move the football. We need to make sure that we are progressing the football down the field. Hey, man, this is a tight situation. Be safe. Move the football. This is a high percentage play. The dude is open. Take what's there. It's open. I agree. Sam Laporta, you're pressing. And then the play with that he threw to Mikey Sainristel, the dude was open. That was a worse ball. That was a worse ball.
Wait. But I'm sure there was an open check down on that play too. Should he have still thrown the check down on that play?
That was a worse ball because that dude was wide open.
Sam, that's not what I'm asking. The dude is open. Should he check it down with the dude open?
DG.
It's a wide open check down on that play too, I'm sure. Because check downs are always wide open.
DG.
That's why they're check downs.
No, his primary Jamison Williams is wide open on that play.
Hey, did you watch his head? As soon as he dropped back, the only person he looked at was to the left. Why? Because that's his primary open.
So the curl on this play
His primary, yes.
is not wide open on that play. He's not wide open. You say
yeah, to a high school kid, yeah. But to an NFL quarterback, yes, he is open. That's wide open in the NFL.
Okay, well, Tom Brady doesn't seem to think he's wide open. He's not acting like he's wide open.
Oh.
He's not acting like he's not talking like he's wide open.
You know what? I made a commitment in
talking like he's wide
2025.
open,
It was actually in
he's not conveying
2024
that.
to not argue with people who are committed to misunderstanding. So let's just move on. He's committed. He's fully committed because he was wrong and I was so right. Just move on. Move on. It's fine. Jeez Louise.
He's not conveying it. But on that interception in the end zone,
I still haven't got my apology, by the way. This is crazy.
Jameson Williams is wide open on that play.
I still haven't got my apology.
Right to Mikey St. Wrist.
I still haven't got my apology.
Throws it right to him. Just a totally bad ball.
Where's my apology? We're done with that. Can I have my apology? Fine.
Totally
Fine.
bad.
You're right about that. He was pressing and I was right. Can I have my apology?
Yeah, this is Mikey St. Wrist interception.
Look at that check down. Look at the check down wide open. Look at the check down wide open.
No, but Jamison Williams is wide open on this play.
Okay, great. Oh, you're telling me Jamison Williams was wide open?
Yes, he is.
Okay. That's wide open to you? With Mikey Sanders still right in his left hip pocket, that's wide open? But the other guy that we just talked about is not?
With the ball thrown, where it's
Daniel, are you hearing this? Are you hearing this?
He threw it. He underthrew it.
Hey, can we get the replay, please? Can we get the replay so we can see how close Mikey Sanders still is?
He underthrew the ball.
That's not open, Sam.
Sam, you telling me that's wide open, Sam? That's what you telling me.
You lead him, yes.
Okay, cool.
If you playing Madden,
If you throw it
If you're playing Madden, yeah. Because Jamison Williams on Madden got a higher rating than a rookie. That's the only way that's going to work.
Wait, so you mean to tell me if you throw the ball in front of him, that's not a touchdown? If you throw the ball in front of him.
Hey, Sam, I'm just going to go with everybody's watching this. And look, Mikey Sanders still was on top right there, by the way. Mikey Sanders still was kind of on top. But I'm going to just let you go ahead.
You probably have to throw it to like the L and the Lions or something if you're trying to.
If you lead Jamison Williams, because J-Mo is slowing down.
Mikey Sanders still is all over that man. Can we see the back angle, please? Can we see the replay? Yeah, let's slow it down. Because obviously Sam can't see. And once again, a perfect pocket. And
so what you're saying is that we should be throwing towards the eye and Lions instead of the...
J-Mo got to slow down for the ball. I mean,
and you know, Mikey Sanders still attacked the football because he's a great ball skills guy. Because he was on his back.
J-Mo got to slow down. But he threw J-Mo into the coverage. Come on, man. Lead him. And
it's okay. You're committed. You're committed to being right instead of getting it right.
You're pandering. You're pandering right now.
To who?
To the crowd. You're pandering to the crowd.
So you're saying I'm saying these things because of the crowd?
You're absolutely pandering right now.
You're saying I'm saying these things. Daniel, did you see a wide open man?
This dude it's a touchdown.
Hey, Ben, can you jump on screen and tell us if you saw a wide open man real quick?
It's a touchdown if he leads it.
Because if that's the case, we all pandering.
It's a touchdown if he leads it. Touchdown.
So Daniel, to confirm,
no way Sam should have had an interception on that play.
Sam,
no
can I please ask my pandering partner? Daniel,
do
you agree that was a wide open Lions football player?
Nah, he wasn't wide open at all.
Okay, let's watch it from this angle. This is the one I want.
So listen, I think two things can be true, right? He wasn't wide open. But I understand I'm not saying Sam is right, but I'm thinking Sam is trying to say if he throws it more to the eye or the
Mikey Sanders still baited him the entire time.
Yeah,
he started 15 yards off and backing. He is in perfect position. Perfect. That is perfect position. Yeah. What are you talking about? He's wide open.
He later said he was going to run that pass.
He's running it down, or at least it's going to be an incompletion. What are you talking about? Boom. That's the reason Mikey Sanders still is such a good player. I can't believe you're saying he's wide open and saying the other guy's not. You're committed to being right, and I'm fine with that. And move on. Please, God, move on.
Well, not.
Mike, that's a hell of a play.
Move on, man.
He threw it this
Move
way,
on, man.
and J-Mo's running up.
Okay, but Sam, okay, but it was a check down open. Why didn't he throw it?
Because dude, he threw a bad ball, man. He throws it where he's supposed to throw it.
Oh, so the other one was a good ball and it got intercepted.
He threw it. He had a man underneath and a man over the top. What are you doing? If you throw the ball where the man is going,
I just asked a yes or no question. Did he throw a good ball?
He threw a bad ball into coverage.
Well, it looked like that one was in the covers too.
he threw it right to it. He threw it right to.
It looked right to him when he covered. Crazy. Stop acting crazy. Move on, man. Can I get my apology so we can move forward? That's all I asked. You said you would, and I came down. I came. No. I apologized on bended knee about my take about Drew Allen.
Right. I said you were right. You picked the game.
No, I want an apology for. I said two things. One,
right.
Calling my girlfriend a chicken head from DC, and also getting everybody all riled up because I was so wrong.
You picked the game. You said I'm McRobertson. All that. Injury, out for the season.
So the injury is why they lost.
You're crazy. Absolutely was a big part of why they lost. Absolutely.
You're crazy. Absolutely.
I'm McRobertson.
You're crazy.
Ifatu Melanfonwu, the whole nine.
You're crazy.
Absolutely.
You're crazy.
Absolutely.
You're crazy. You're crazy. You definitely said chicken head. He whispered it a little bit something.
Yeah. I did not say chicken head. That was nowhere in there. All right.
That boy Sam got that revisionist history. I love it.
The next, I thought both interceptions. I'm taking nothing away from Mikey. Great player. I thought both interceptions, man. Right to him, dog. I'm sorry, Mikey.
You can't do that on the Jameson one. He baited him on Deion-esque and sped up and grabbed that rock. You cannot say he threw it right to him. Yeah, it looked like it because he sped it. You know he a great wide receiver. This is where Jared Goff got to do his homework.
I never said chicken head. Never said chicken head. Never happened.
Listen, don't disrespect Mike. Now, the one where he caught it laying down, of course, he threw it right to him. You have to make that play that he made on Jameson Williams. That don't just happen. Most corners can't make that play. Honestly, I don't think most of the corners on their team can make that play. But know why? Because Mikey Samuel got great route recognition, right? Because he's a former wide receiver. And in my opinion, I think he would have been a pro wide receiver. But the team needed him to play defense, and he's such a great athlete that he could do it. Right? He made it appear he was open and accelerated and stole that ball away. Don't take that away from him.
So who was more wrong on the play? Jared Goff for where he threw it, or J-Mo for where he ran it? Because J-Mo ran it upfield, and Jared Goff threw it more toward the post.
So what you're saying is you think it would have been a completion if he threw a better trajectory, right? If he threw it more up. But you got to realize Mikey Sammer still reacted to the trajectory of the ball. So if the ball would have went up over two, he would have reacted to that.
I understand. I understand what you're saying. And part of me feels like one of those guys was more wrong. Either J-Mo or Jared Goff.
I think
part of me is siding with Jared Goff being more wrong on it, but because I
think Mikey Sammer still played. Actually, I know this. I know Mikey Sammer still played it perfectly, where he gave the illusion that he had space to throw that ball in there. Jared Goff tries to drive the ball on him, and he reacts to the angle of the ball. However, what everybody is ignoring is that if he throws it up and tries to get it over, he reacts back too. Now, he might not catch it because now he has to go through the receiver a little bit, but he's going to bat the ball down, right? But the fact that he tried to throw it right to him is because Mikey gave the illusion he was open and then sped up and took it away. That's a fact. You can see it on the video. He sped up underneath, took the ball away. And if he would have thrown it up, he would have went to that angle. This is a player. This is not a regular. this is why I'm confused, because you know Mikey. You know how good he was as a wide receiver. He understands route combinations. He understands angles. It's no surprise that he's having great success on defense. He was a great he couldn't become great because he didn't have enough time. He was a really, really good wide receiver with the potential to be a great wide receiver. While we're talking about some kids on Michigan's roster being Jeremy Gallon, that could have been Jeremy Gallon for real, right? He has that kind of talent and speed, and I think he has more speed than Jeremy. But he went to defense and he understands, right? And so that play is not on Jeremy. I mean, it's on him because he threw it, but that is a Mikey Sainristil play, period.
Yeah, this is why I'm putting it more on Jared Goff where he threw it. I think Mikey did a good job of calibrating J-Mo after that first one where J-Mo ran by him, and it was like, oh man, okay.
Well, because you don't know how fast dude is until you get on the field with him. He
was like, okay, I can't play with this dude. I can't play with this dude. So then he understood what kind of cushion he got to give him. And okay, this is how much space I got to give him in order to be able to break on him. So he kind of understood this is kind of. Did
Tom say he should have checked that one down too? Did he say that?
No, he did not say that. He did not say that on that play.
What did he say?
He didn't say he should. He didn't say that at all on that play.
Did he say bad throw? What did he say?
He said, I thought he said bad throw. He understood what his break distance was. I think it was a bad throw on that play. And to me, throw the ball upfield. And I think if he throws it upfield, maybe Mikey makes the play. But I think J-Mo coming down with that ball. I think
I've watched Mikey Sainristil get too many balls out. I think Mikey Sainristil will make that play. 10 times out of 10.
I know.
Hey, let's channel Ohio State in the corner where it looks like the ball is caught.
I know the ball was late. I didn't say the ball wasn't late. I didn't say that. I understand. I put it on Jared Goff already. I put it on Jared Goff.
Honestly, you wouldn't say it was late. I think it was fine when he threw it. But he probably should have just checked it down. That's what, as an analyst, that's what I say. I say it was wide open, check down. He should have just checked the ball down. That's the problem. You can't just be trying to throw the guys that you feel are open, right? And Sam believes he's completely open. I don't think you can just throw to open guys. You got to check the ball down when it's an open check down and don't throw down the field to open guys. Right, Sam?
Yeah, listen. I think Jared Goff was off like you wouldn't believe in this game.
No, he was off like I said he would be.
He was off like a dude.
He was off like I said he would be.
And by this time I can't remember. That was, and then after that he was really off. After the pick six, he really off.
Maybe he's pressing then because he's trying to make tackles and now he's getting his jacked up and now they're clamoring for a penalty. I can't believe they were saying that. How? He's in between the end zone and the ball carrier. He gets to get blocked. Hard
in the head, man.
He's not a quarterback no more. He's a defender.
He don't get to get hit in the head.
Oh, he get to get hit as hard as you can hit him. Period. Get out the way.
He don't get to get hit in the head.
No, he gets to get blocked very hard when you're standing in between the end zone and they didn't try to hit him in the head. He's standing straight up because he's not a defender.
It's not about intent, DG.
Yeah, why did he just get out the way?
Exactly. We're not about to penalize guys for blocking a guy that's in between their player and the end zone. That's crazy.
It's not
because
even
on every single play, listen to this. On every single play, offensive lineman hit defensive lineman in the head. You have to when you're blocking. You can't not put your face on a guy when you're blocking. So if you become a defender, you're no longer a quarterback. You don't have the ball. You're not in the pocket. You can hit him in the head. Helmets can touch. The only reason you can't use your helmet is if you use the top of the helmet. That's a fact. And that's an analyst telling you because he knows the rules. That's a fact. You can hit your face mask can hit his face mask when you're blocking him if he's in between the ball carrier and the end zone. Now, the reason they're saying that is like if it was a blind side block. Now you can't do that. If he can't stop the play, you can't block him hard like that. But if he's in between the player and the end zone, you 100% can block him, and that's why they didn't throw the flag. They're looking right at it. That's why they didn't throw the flag, because he's a defender now. Those are the rules.
They said they didn't throw. Okay, well,
they can say whatever they want. They can say whatever they want because of how it looks. He can hit him as hard as he can.
He hit him in the helmet.
Why is his chest exposed? That's how you know he shouldn't be trying to make tackles. Why is he standing straight up with his chest exposed? And that's in the chin. That ain't top of the helmet. That's not concussion.
Not top of the helmet. What are we talking?
I'm talking about Jared Goff. He's not hitting him in the head. He's hitting him right underneath his chin.
Yeah.
Right underneath his chin. That's not head injury risk. That's right underneath his chin. How you should block people.
How's that?
Hey, what was Goff? Why?
How is that not?
What are you trying to do? If you was trying to fight,
he's hugging his helmet. Look, he grabbing his helmet. What are you doing, Jared?
I was saying, if you was trying to fight off a block, that ain't how you do it.
he should be on his way to the sideline when he saw that man. What are you doing, Jared? You trying to make a tackle?
Crown of the helmet to his chin is not a penalty.
No.
How is that not a penalty? Just okay.
Well, that's because you supple. So of course you think it's a penalty. Oh, who's supple now? Who's supple now? Oh, who's supple now? Who's supple and soft now? So gushy. What are you talking about? Penalty. It's football, is it not?
Oh man.
Supple Sam. It goes a lot better than supple DG. Supple Sam is good.
Man.
As I projected on Wednesday, before Wednesday ended, and actually it was early in the morning, pretty much, both coaches already had a new job. Distraction. Completely investing in their new teams. Distraction. You're welcome.
Well, look, Aaron.
Oh, and hold on. Let me tell the chat what happened, Sam, because you already know. Dan, you already know. Chat, I was so confident in my analysis, if you will, that I put $50 on it and won $4,800. So, just to be clear, I'm rolling in the dough. Let's go.
Yeah, like I said,
let's go.
The man was excited when Amick Robertson went down. I'm just
okay. Let me tell the story. Let me tell the story because Sam lied. I wasn't excited. First of all, I'm never gonna be excited for somebody hurt.
Hey man, one of us was cheering when you.
No, no.
He's trying to make it hard for you.
Can I tell my story, Sam?
Yeah.
Can I tell my story, Sam? Can I tell my story? And I have someone here that can corroborate my story if you try to say I'm lying. We're sitting in a stance, right? I'm sitting down because I'm not standing up. I'm just not a stand-up guy. I mean, I am a stand-up guy, but I'm not a guy that stands up. If you understand what I'm saying. Watching the game on Jumbotron, right? And I didn't see it happen, but I saw number 21 was hurt, and they can't afford for anybody to be a little bit hurt, right? So, and I remember what he did a week ago, a week ago or 2 weeks ago against the Vikings, and I'm like, and these are my exact words. I said, that's their best DB. This game's over. Didn't cheer. I just got up and went to Mad Nice and watched the game on my phone while I was eating delectable goodness. That's all that happened. No cheering, no nothing. I cheered once I got home. The game was still on, and all the legs of my parlay hit, with the main one being money line. Washington Commanders to beat the Detroit Lions. That's what happened. That's what happened, man.
Donation.
Yeah.
Donation. I don't need it.
I agree, Shane. I agree. I think you go, you take the air out the damn, but run the damn ball. run the ball, take the check down.
Hey,
come on, man.
Listen, man.
Come on, man.
And Keegan, I want an apology from you right now, Keegan, because you was the main one talking crazy, Keegan. I'm off. Now you are in block territory. You need to apologize now.
What you do. That's exactly what you do. That's exactly how you play. Start playing keeper. Start being a little more conservative.
Keegan, I need apology written into the comments in less than 3 minutes. I'm sorry. I need it, Keegan. You was very adamant that I was just goofy, basically. You said I play goofy games with goofy prizes. That's all I say. I need something from you, brother. Keegan, I let you slide last week because it hadn't happened yet. I need something from you, brother.
Here's what it really boils down to.
He ain't, Steve. Steve, no, he is not. No, he is not.
You got Marcus Davenport. You got Marcus Davenport, Aiden Hutchinson, Aleem McNeil. You got Barnes. I'm giving you all the guys. Barnes, Carlton Davis, Amick Robertson. These are all starters. All starters.
We're going to Golden Corral.
That the Lions lost.
$10 a head.
Like all dudes that.
Oh yeah.
Not to mention Now you getting into your reserves, like a Fatu Melifonwu, who after Amick Robertson goes out, let's go to Iffy. Iffy goes out, who missed 3/4 of the season already.
But Sam, I want to tell you one thing. Number 40 came in. I don't know what his name is. He played well. He didn't play bad.
Come on, BG.
He played well.
He
didn't play bad. He was not a glaring issue.
Come on.
Sam,
what is playing well?
What was going to happen was going to happen. What are you talking about?
I
told you what would happen, and it happened exactly how I said it would. So you telling me, that Robertson being hurt made Ben Johnson do a reverse pass with a under 25-year-old who already make bad decisions?
What I'm telling you is, with Amick Robertson in the game, changes how you play defense. Changes how you play defense.
What about the double reverse pass with the receiver?
I think the arrogance that they play with probably stays the same.
Sam, I don't even want to disrespect him and call it arrogance. I think he was trying to put his muscles on display for a new job, like I said he would.
The arrogance that they play with on offense probably stays the same, but I bet you they probably get a stop or two on defense. They probably get a stop or two. A stop or two. They don't.
So let me ask you a question. So early in the season, when the Lions were 8-9 wins in a row, Jared Goff was throwing more touchdowns than incomplete. So I asked you a question about them peaking too early, right? Do you still, when they were healthy,
it has anything to do with that? It doesn't have
anything to do with
Jared Goff. It seems like Jared Goff was playing his best football.
Nothing.
It's not the right time of the season.
I just want to say one thing. I just want everybody in the chat to look at Keegan and look at Sam and look how they attacked me and all this, and how when I was wrong, I apologize. I didn't have to apologize. I apologize. I'm a stand-up guy. I apologize because I was so wrong and I was bamboozled by that big old dude who can't throw a rock in the ocean apparently when there's pressure. But in 7-on-7, he's super nice. I apologize. And these two, if they do give credit, they want to have caveats. Because I could have caveats too of, oh man, he was under pressure a lot or whatever the case may be. I didn't do none of that. I just said, hey man, I was wrong. He's garbage, whatever. I said that. These two, Keegan Imhoff and Samuel Jackson Webb III, they refuse to, without caveats, without, because of the rabbit thing, or because injuries are a part of the game. I was 100% right about what would happen. I nailed it to a T. Ben Johnson overdoing it because he wants a new job. The quarterback for Washington forcing their defense to look way worse than they were. They played against Sam Darnold and looked good. Remember that. And these two, because of their pride and because of their need to be right, instead of getting it right, they refuse, as men, they refuse to just say, without a caveat, Devin, you nailed that. They refuse. Crazy. I'm just a better man at this.
Just like Sam wanted to make the Lions peak too early in week 10. But that's okay.
No, and no. I will not.
They were at their healthiest. They were playing their best football. The defense was healthy. Now here it is 8 weeks later or whatever it is. They got 20 guys on IR. Jared Goff threw 8 interceptions the last 2 games. Man. The coaches, like DJ said, the coaches looking at opportunities elsewhere. Clearly, they peaked at week 12 at the middle of the season. After that, it's been all downhill from there.
And you know what else? I was so sad about picking the Commanders because I love the Lions and I wanted them to win and I wanted to go to the game again this week. And I still did it.
They lose 7 starters on defense and say, "Oh, it's because you peaked too early."
Yeah, but that's part of peaking, Sam. Being your healthiest and playing your best ball, no matter what sport it is.
No, it's
peaking at week 13, and ever since it has been downhill.
No, this is an exceptional circumstance. Peaking too early, no man. You played so well.
I can name 5 other teams that had as many injuries as the Lions and didn't win as many games as the Lions.
No, you can't.
The Saints had as many injuries as the Lions, and the Saints season tanked once they had all them injuries early.
As many injuries as the Lions.
Yes, we had 20
significant injuries.
in week 3 and 4. We had 20 guys on IR. Sam,
So name the guys.
4 of them starters on the offensive line, including Cesar Ruiz.
The guys and won the Super Bowl. And won the Super Bowl.
What?
You talking about? And they won the Super Bowl. They won the Super Bowl.
About?
You said they had that many guys on the. We talking about they had that
many.
I'm
saying there. I could name 4 or 5 other teams this year that had 15 to 20 guys on IR and didn't make it as far as the Lions did.
Oh, I mean, I'm talking about they have that many guys on the IR, and then they still were able to transcend. They still were able to overcome and go on the run. Man, that the war of attrition, man, that's gonna set you back.
But Sam,
so how many receivers?
Knowing that, why did you bet against me?
Jared Goff stopped throwing the ball. He wasn't having in the midseason. He was having y'all bragging about Jared Goff had more touchdowns than incompletions. Well, was he playing that good now, or did he play his best ball in the middle of the season?
But the injuries kept mounting. It's like you act like he had the same number of injuries.
What offensive
Sam, Daniel's talking about on offense.
What offensive players were hurt?
What Daniel was saying is Jared Goff shouldn't have been affected by the defensive losses.
Oh well, you had different offensive injuries at different times. Taylor Decker or Frank Ragnow were out some games. Kevin Zeitler was out this game. I mean, he was affected by some injuries some games. David Montgomery is out some games. But it wasn't the offensive injury in this game. I think if there was a psychological effect, and I think there was, I think the psychological effect
they watched Droppin Dimes and they saw all the writing on the wall because of my
psychological effect was, hey man, we got to score every time we got the rock. Buffalo, we got to score every time we got the rock because we not stopping these dudes. We not stopping. That was the case against Buffalo. Remember that? Hey man,
Sam,
knowing that, Minnesota, but we ain't stopping these cats.
Sam, knowing that, why did you attack me?
Didn't know that going into this game. Thought we was gonna stop them some.
Why? Why'd you think that? Because you got to think about, for Minnesota, they're one-track minded as far as how they play their offense. They get the ball to their number one guy, and if they can't, they're not good. That's not how the Commanders play.
I understand that, DG. Okay. And I expected Washington to have more success than Minnesota. I accounted for that in the point total.
Like all the pressure and sacks and stuff. Jaden Daniels not going for that.
I understand that. I accounted for that in the point total. I expected them to have way more success than Sam Darnold in Minnesota did. But I expected them to get some stops. They didn't get any stops. And they weren't going to get any stops if they couldn't cover anybody.
And you want to know what's so cool about this, though? Obviously, Lions lost. That's sad. And I really wanted to go to the game this week. I was, getting ready, me, it's going to be in that, on the field, everything. And that's not going to happen. I did win 4,800, so that's a good thing. However, we are getting to watch like the beginning of a career, like the best we've seen as a rookie quarterback. And it's so impressive to me because it's not like Dak Prescott when he started, when the Cowboys had the number 4 pick, but they was a real good team already, right? So they got Zeke at number 4, and then they got him in the 4th round. And so he walked into a situation where the team was outstanding already, and he could just perform well as a rookie and not be dependent on. This is the number 2 pick, but not because they got a quarterback hurt or something. This is the number 2 pick because they were terrible, right? They weren't very good. Nobody thought they were very good. And so for him to go into that situation, right, new ownership, all these different things, and in my opinion, drag his team. Now, as the years gone on, the rest of his teammates have contributed and played a lot better because they believe in their quarterback. I'm a firm believer that Tom Brady won a lot and his defense was really good because they believed in their quarterback, right? But when Tom Brady's not there, the defense isn't as good, and Bill Belichick is coaching in North Carolina. That's not a coincidence, in my opinion. When you have a quarterback that you believe in, you play outside yourself because you know he's always going to get it done when the chips are in the middle of the table. I don't know that Jared Goff is that quarterback. I don't think he is at all. However, Jaden Daniels, what he's been able to do as a rookie, not just a rookie, the pressure of being the number 2 pick, right? Because if you look at it, number 2 picks don't perform well historically. And being on a team that earned the number 2 pick, unbelievable, right? And everybody knows how I feel about Matthew Stafford, where he had all these years in Detroit and he couldn't get it done because if you're a great quarterback, no matter what the organization is, similar to Joe Burrow, no matter what the ownership is like, no matter what the ineptitude of the history is like, you get it done because you're that elite level guy. You pull the team along, and he wasn't able to get a single playoff win. Joe Burrow in year 2, after coming off ACL, takes his team to the championship, and that's a more in-depth program than the Lions, in my opinion, or at least equal, or it's very comparable. And for the Washington Commanders, 4 different names in 4 years, or whatever the case may be, his ability to drag this team along, go into this hostile environment. The environment was amazing by the Lions fans, and obviously they've been desiring it for so long. And he just was unshaken from start to finish. It was so unbelievable. And honestly, I hope we get to see him versus Patrick Mahomes in the Super Bowl. That would be amazing to see the guy who started off kind of similar to this guy, right? Obviously sat out the first year, and then the second year he was amazing. And that guy in his first year, and then a guy who's got 3 Super Bowls and going for his 4th and 3 straight. I just think that would be an amazing Super Bowl to watch.
Yeah, I think it's going to be the Eagles, man. I think it's going to be the Eagles because the Eagles have a complete team. And they were able to do last week what, unfortunately, the Lions are just, we're going to be in. This is why if it didn't end, if it ended for the Lions last week. If it didn't end for the Lions versus the Commanders, it was going to end versus the Eagles because they couldn't do what the Eagles did. And that is, if your offense wasn't going to be up to snuff, they were going to have an off week, the defense could pick you up. And that's what happened with the Eagles last week versus the Rams, because when Saquon wasn't doing his Saquon thing and, getting his touchdown thing on and the offense started faltering, Jalen Carter went nuts.
He did. He was good. And we should have drafted him. And I feel terrible. I remember I was doing some show, and I'm like, we're going to regret that. And it would be sad if I know he had the off field or whatever, but I think you got to do better research because he's been exemplary now.
But then we wouldn't have Jahmyr Gibbs. We wouldn't have Jahmyr Gibbs then.
That's true, and I like Jahmyr Gibbs. But without Jahmyr Gibbs in this game and with Jalen Carter, do the Lions win? Because that pressure in the middle, that's the worst nightmare for a quarterback. Pressure up the middle where you can't really escape it left to right. You got to back up. That's the most difficult thing to deal with, and the Lions couldn't put pressure up the middle.
Maybe if they had Aleem McNeil in this game, maybe they are.
I don't think I think he's good.
He's not Jalen Carter. But
okay, yeah. Jalen Carter took over the end of that game, by itself, like Aaron Donald style.
Yeah, he did. But I'm saying if they had any kind of pressure on the defensive line, they might have been all right in this contest. Just a little bit of pressure. Yeah. They had none.
Man, I wish you could have had Jalen Carter and Jahmyr. But you know what's crazy? I don't think Jahmyr Gibbs goes in the first round if the Lions don't pick him. So I think they still could get Jahmyr Gibbs.
Really?
No, everybody was questioning that pick. You remember, even all the writers in Detroit, all the pundits, it was not a pick. It was a D pick, I think they graded it. Nobody liked that pick. First of all, you don't take running backs that high, and he wasn't like a dominant college running back as far as people are concerned. Like, he wasn't Adrian Peterson or Zeke Elliott. He just had a different set of skills that really made him special. I think they could have got him in the second.
So we don't.
We don't know. It's after the fact, but I think they could have got him in the second. Nobody else had Jahmyr Gibbs as their first round running back. Maybe late 30, maybe, but I don't think that anybody had him even in the first round at all. Like, that was a surprise to everyone.
Yeah, because they wind up taking Jahmyr and J-Mo.
Arnold. Oh, no.
Jahmyr and J-Mo in the first round.
Jahmyr and J-Mo. Okay. Oh, yes. Arnold was this year.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, they traded up to get J-Mo.
Yeah, they called it below average. D, F, C+. And I don't know why they call it. That dude was just trying to make sure that he ain't too bad or too good. He ain't want to be. He was on the fence. They did not like that pick at all. And nobody. I didn't see one thing that had Jahmyr Gibbs as a pre-draft. Not one chart said Jahmyr Gibbs first round at any point in the first round.
Oh, yeah.
So I think they could have got him.
Yep, Jack Campbell. Yeah.
Yeah. So, obviously it's after the fact, and you know me, I'm not the guy that's the after the fact guy, but at the time I did say I wasn't thinking about Jahmyr Gibbs, and I'm glad we have him. But I didn't say I said at the time, we're going to regret not taking Jalen Carter because you're allowing him to go to a opponent that you'll have to see before you get to the Super Bowl. If, you know.
Yeah, I remember thinking, wondering if the Lions had the locker room at the time to be able to nurture.
Yeah, that was the thing. So the thing is, I don't think he was a bad dude. He just remember he had that thing where he was racing. And I'm just tell you, went to college. Everybody been to college. And I lived in the city my whole life until I got enough money to leave. Everybody races. It just was a bad situation where somebody was injured and whatever. They weren't in his car in the case. He's not a bad dude because he was racing a nice car. Should he have done it? No. Do I race? No. But it's a thing. Like I don't want people to just. I didn't like that they crucified him over that whole thing. But
hey, you heard Dave Chappelle, DG. You know the joke.
What?
Sometimes you gotta race. You gotta race.
Sometimes you gotta race. Sometimes you gotta race. You got a nice car. Sometimes you gotta race. It is what it is.
Yeah, they had a locker room. No, they had the kind of locker room, a Super Bowl locker room, dudes like BG in it. And
then his teammates from Georgia as well.
Yeah, that you knew could take him and really grow him up.
But he's been fine, right? He hasn't had any spats with anything. Like, I mean, he's violent on the field, but that's what you want, right? A little extracurricular. I like that.
He won that game for them. If he does not get, you talk about a dude having somebody open in the end zone. Matthew Stafford had a wide open receiver in the end zone. The Rams are going to the NFC Championship game. Mm-hmm. Unless his receiver has a Mark Campbell in the end zone.
Man, he was beating him so fast too, man. He was beating that guard, that center, just whooping him. Right? It was a clinic. Like, he looked like Reggie White. And I didn't see Reggie White live. And I'm sure, Sam, you got a better understanding of what he was like and how dominant he was. I've seen the highlights. He looked like Reggie White, where he was just, there's nothing you can do.
Yeah, see. And the Lions, they didn't have that. They don't have, if their offense was off, it's over. It's over. The Eagles, they could afford for Jalen Hurts to not be, have a, like he was in the Super Bowl, which, I got into it with Zeke. In that Super Bowl, we get it like, hey, Zeke, you know what? Chiefs won the game, but I thought in, play for play, I said, I thought Jalen Hurts had the better game.
Yeah, he played better for sure. It wasn't even close.
Zeke was like, no, he didn't.
Yeah, it wasn't close. Like, and it's not even just a stat thing. Like, he was making every throw. Like, he had some unbelievable throws, especially for the stage. But I want to go back to the Eagles and the Commanders. I'm really nervous about Jalen Daniels, a kid from I forgot where he's from, but I know he played in Arizona, then in LSU. How is him playing in the cold gonna go over? Right? Is he gonna be the same dynamic player? Because as we know, playing in the cold is a different animal, right? And it's gonna be cold. I wonder how he's able to perform under those circumstances against a team, like you said, it's a really good defense. I don't know if he can be as special. And if he does, if he's as special, we got to get him flowers on up. I mean, I've already given him, but
they're going to win. It's going to be hard to get past Jalen Hurts.
If they're indoors, I would pick the Commanders. If they were indoors, I would pick the Commanders, and I wouldn't think twice. However, they're not.
Even with the knee injury?
I don't think he's a big part of what they do, honestly. Okay. I think that Jalen Hurts is a manager, and when he was coming out, I said he's going to be a better version of Dak Prescott, right? But the same type of dude where obviously he's a better runner and things like that, but he's not the guy that's going to pull the team along. But his leadership skills, A+, right? Guys believe in him. They understand and he has the cachet and the record of having an amazing game on the biggest stage. So I don't care what nobody says about his passing or whatever. On the biggest stage, he outplayed the best quarterback in the history of football. I don't want to hear anything else, right? He had one mistake in that game, and that's tough to do. Now, has he done it consistently? No, but he has proof that he can do it and he's capable. So you never know.
Zeke must have left the chat. He got quiet all of a sudden. He ain't gonna like that. He been agreeing with you the whole chat. All of a sudden, he done got quiet.
Well, I mean, I don't think it's arguable that he outplayed Mahomes.
He don't like that. Yeah, I
thought that knee injury turned Hurts into a statue a little bit, won't it?
I don't think it's as hurt as we've seen because he went back in the game and he was fine. I don't think he's as hurt as everybody's making it seem. Okay. And it's smart of them to make it fine. Like, hey, yeah, he's a little banged up or whatever because you don't want people. You know what I mean? I don't think he's as hurt.
My question is how how much have they watered down their passing offense in the presence of Saquon Barkley, and will that hurt them in the long run in their quest for a Super Bowl? You know, as they get in, whether it's this game or certainly if they have to wind up facing the Chiefs, who I think they'll wind up facing, you know, will that hurt them when push comes to shove and they need to pass their way down the field? They need to win it on the arm of Jalen Hurts. Can they get it done that way?
Yeah,
when they know what you're going to do in the pass game.
I think their issue is similar to the Lions, but different in a way of like the Lions had distraction because of, you know, their coordinators being too good, essentially, right, and getting other jobs. The Eagles have like a weird kind of the coach. Do they respect him? Oh, they do, but they don't. The quarterback and the coach, they kind of beefed out, right? The quarterback and the wide receiver, where, oh, you was my best friend, but I'm not giving you the ball. Now you're reading books on the sideline. Like, it's just so much. And then now we feed you the ball and you dropping it, right? You know, you're not open as you usually are. It just seems like too much, man. Too much, especially this late in the season, trying to go vie for a championship. It just feels like way too much going on with the Eagles. But I think that cold and that defense is going to help them in this game. But like you said, the ultimate goal is the Super Bowl. And I feel like it's going to be very tough to, especially with the weeks leading up to it, where you got to do all that media and you know they're going to ask about all the stuff that doesn't have anything to do with football. I just think it's way too much. And somebody's going to press. Somebody's not going to show up. And with the Chiefs, if that's who's going to be, you know they're going to show up, right? You know that they're not going to have distractions, right? They got Taylor Swift rolling with them. Right, and they had Taylor Swift for a whole season last year, and there was no true distraction. Unbelievable.
And Caitlin Clark now.
Yeah, that too.
See,
hey, but
he can't let it go. He can't let it go.
I don't think he watched the game. He looking at the stats. I think. Anybody that throw QB rating out there, can't trust him. And then, you know, me and Z cool. Hey, me and Z cool. Anybody that throw QB rating as their reasoning, can't trust them.
Hey, that's how I feel about plus minus in basketball. Everybody that's throwing out plus minus, I don't trust.
You're just throwing out stuff because if you watch the game, Jalen Hurts did have the one mistake where he fumbled the ball, but that's early in the game. As far as the rest of the game, oh my goodness, he was lights out, and that's why he got 50 million. 50 million. 50 million. That's why I got 50 million.
But it's like they don't trust him now. It's like, come on, man. I understand. Saquon Barkley is that dude.
He is.
He's unbelievable. But everything in the past game is so basic. It's so basic. And it's like, I wonder is that going to be their undoing when you got to now when it's for the money, like you got to match the guy. You got to match Mahomes.
I love this show because all the other shows talk crazy, like because Mahomes isn't playing at the level of maybe an MVP season or whatever, that he ain't capable of that. Like if the other team scores 40, he's capable of 43. What are we talking about? Right? Well, if the other team scores 17, where he only needs 23. Hey, like what are we talking about? As if he is not that guy. It's crazy to me. I mean, perfect example, Super Bowl, right? He got what he needed against Jalen Hurts. Whatever he needs. It seems like he's moved into that era of his career, even though he's still so young where I'm just going to do what I need to do. And when y'all need me, I'll show up. But if y'all don't need me, we're just going to punt the ball away.
Good as he got to be. Speaking of good as he's got to be, that was Michigan this year in the Ohio State game. They as good as they got to be. Congratulations to the Ohio State Buckeyes. We can end this way. I gotta offer them in offering congratulations to DG. You got it right. You picked the Lions to win, and you were correct in your prediction. Congratulations for knowing that Amik Robinson was going to get hurt in the Lions.
There go again.
That's what I'm saying. It's hard for him to get it out, DG. He
come with that. And I didn't hear an apology for calling my girlfriend a chicken head from DC.
I offered you your congratulatory. I gave it to you. Congratulations to the Ohio State Buckeyes for the I can't beat Michigan national championship. You got it. That is an outstanding accomplishment. That is something that should be celebrated in perpetuity. The I can't beat Michigan national championship.
Oh, that's funny.
You should hang it with honor. It is something that all the other Ohio State national champions can't lay claim to.
Nobody.
You hold it in
like a badge of honor.
Distinction that no other Ohio State champion has. You alone, Ryan Day, have it. It is an honor that you can lay claim to. You can honestly say you are the only Ohio State champion that has the distinction of in a national championship with the blemish of a Michigan loss on it. How does that feel?
You know what's crazy? I'm going to tell you this. We deserve a piece of that pie. You don't know why? You probably are wondering why, Devin. Why do we deserve a piece of their national championship? I'm going to tell you why. Because if they beat us, where do they go? Big Ten championship. They go to Big Ten championship. What do? They beat Oregon. Do you think Dan Lanning is a better coach or Ryan Day? I think most people say Dan Lanning, right? So after losing to Ohio State in the Big Ten championship, what will they have? They'll have more information, right? They'll be able to build a plan. So when they see him again, which they probably will in the playoff, they'll probably beat him. And if you get beat in the playoff, you don't get your next championship. So with all that being said, you're welcome.
Well, you know what? When they print their national championship footballs, when they print those records, I mean, we got to be on there, right?
That sucks that they got to put that on there.
Yeah, we did help them.
Is that their official shirt?
It's got they put the record on there. We got to be on there, right?
No, they're not gonna do that. They're gonna just put the record. They ain't gonna put the scores. They can't.
It's got to be on it. It's on the.
I wouldn't if I
was it. It happened, right?
Is that a real shirt? Is that the real shirt?
It's part of their journey. I mean,
that sucks.
It did happen, didn't it?
And then they gonna do the TTUN. That don't make it no better. That don't make it no better.
That is right. Hey, it's part of their journey, man. It helped grizzle Ryan Day. You know, without that experience, could he have really gotten just a little bit of toughness in him? Could he have really gotten to the point where he could have, got a little enough intestinal fortitude to be able to withstand the pressure at the end of the game against Texas or even against Notre Dame? I mean, think about it. He was actually up to the task at the end against Texas. He was up to the task. Against Notre Dame.
But I think Sarkisian just wasn't because he tripping with them plays from the one.
Maybe so, but I mean, old Ryan would have folded up like a tent. He actually stood up, probably against a weaker dude, but still.
Man, get that man his props, please. He won that championship. Get that man his props, man.
Yeah, I said he won. I can't beat Michigan national championship. That's something.
You always doing that. Oh my goodness, that is their shirt. That sucks. They shouldn't have did that. They should have just put like the scores of the playoffs. They should have just put the scores of the playoffs. I don't like it.
It happened. You can't erase history.
But you can act like it didn't.
Beat Michigan national championship.
Hey Sam, 20 years from now, when that shirt is being shown, everybody would just assume they beat Michigan. They stupid. Why would they make this shirt?
Because it's the truth.
20 years from now, everybody would see this shirt, and without our score on there, without the regular season, they just assume, oh yeah, y'all probably blasted Michigan that year.
Man, I saw a quote, and I just it's fake. Somebody said they put up a quote on social media where they said if this year's national champion played last year's national champion, I know who will win. I said I know that's a lie. I know he ain't said that.
Lost to this year's
I know he didn't say that. I know they said that. I know they made that. I know Ryan Day made.
Wait, they said Ryan Day said that?
I said it had to be fake. Somebody made
it. It was like a fake quote.
A parody page. Yeah, there's no way because like you said, he lost to this version of Michigan. With that team.
No, hey, speaking of this version of Michigan, Sam, like it's amazing, right? Ohio State just won with the roster they paid for and put together, right? How, like, and so throughout the whole playoffs, you hear about the teams in the playoffs can't participate in portal activity or get guys out the portal because they're in the middle of a playoff run. Well, they just called 12 Michigan games where Michigan didn't have a quarterback because we were in the middle of a national championship run last year, right?
That's actually very true.
Why don't they ever? Why was that never brought up during Michigan? I'm listening. I watched Joel Clark pound this home the whole playoff run.
The narrative was always, how could you not get a quarterback?
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. But now it's the timing of the portal. I guess it only matters when certain coaches say it. So that's a bit weird to me.
The one thing I will say, Joel did talk about that last year, but he didn't put Michigan like specifically. Like he specifically was like fighting for Ohio State. Like this is not fair to them, type of thing. He didn't say that really for Michigan. I don't remember him saying that.
Oh man, they were caping for Ohio State hard during the playoffs. Caping hard. And
I mean, they were balling. You gotta give them credit.
I thought Chris Fowler went to Ohio State. I was like, man.
Yeah, he was a little over the top, I feel like.
I was like, man, you want Ohio State worse than Herb Street.
And it's just like, guys, Notre Dame is clearly outmatched. Like, it's not, you know what I mean? Like, they just don't have the players to. I can't understand how everybody was surprised. Honestly, I was surprised they competed so well. Right? I was like, I mean, I wouldn't say well, but the score at the end of the game, it don't look like they got blasted, right? Like, it looked like they were in a fight. Like, there was a chance at some point they could have won the game. So, I was impressed with that, and I think Freeman should be celebrated, man, because they lost to NIU this year. Let's be. And as much as Ohio State lost to us, NIU, we beat NIU by 30. You know what I mean? So I mean,
they were a 3rd and 11 away from having a chance to get the ball back and tie the game. Right?
They beat Penn State. Did they beat Penn State worse than Ohio State, or was it about the same?
Who?
Notre Dame. Because it was a close game for Penn State, Ohio State too, right?
Yeah.
Oh yeah, Penn State, Ohio State. Yeah, man, Penn State couldn't get in from the 1 yard.
They should have won. They should have probably won the game.
Couldn't get in from the 1 yard line.
For Notre Dame, they beat Penn State. I think maybe a little more convincingly, maybe not a bunch, but I didn't think it was a lot of doubt that I mean,
1 yard line
tripping at the end. I mean, jeez.
Yep. So yeah,
got me having to apologize and then not receive one when I'm 0-1.
Hey, brother,
I ain't apologizing no more.
Hey, new rule, man. They need to shorten the playoffs. You cannot win a national championship unless you win your conference championship. That needs to be automatic in football.
No, that's not fair. Well, I mean, because I'm thinking NFL, but the NFL, you do have to win your conference to get to the championship. But it's too many conferences. That would be that'd be because you got to think about this. Like, remember that year, 2 years ago, Georgia, if it's 12-team playoff, they might go in and win it. Right, and they didn't even sniff the SEC championship because of whatever. That's tough.
Gotta be the best team in your region to be the best team in the country, right?
Yeah, Harvey, Notre Dame banked on them clocking it. They thought they were gonna run the football to run clocking, and he threw it up to his best player. I'd have said, you know what? Let him run up. I can stop him doubling Jeremiah Smith. I'm gonna double Jeremiah Smith on this play and bank on my other guys to stop the run.
Criminally, he has to play another year of college football, or 2 more years actually.
Yeah,
2 years. Yeah.
Caleb Downs, criminal that he has to play another year of college football. Criminal.
Yep.
Caleb Downs will be an all-pro safety this year.
Yeah, he is a tremendous football player. Yeah, he probably had the best player on defense, the best player on offense in college.
100% wasn't even close. Yeah. They had the best player on offense, the best player on defense in the country. You should win the championship for sure.
But they still got Ryan Day, so that gives you a shot. That gives you a shot if you're Michigan. Maybe not everybody else, but if you're Michigan, that gives you a shot. So to me, that's the silver lining. If them winning the championship makes you think that Ryan Day is that guy, I guess, I'll take that.
Because you want him there.
Hell yeah.
Hey, that makes me super confident in our guy.
Absolutely.
Beat him twice already.
Absolutely. They just can't do what Michigan can do. That's fine. Michigan handle their own business.
Yeah, and Daniel, so like the people talking about like the not winning your conference, and it's because the conferences are so uneven, right? It's just like say you're the 4th best team in the Big Ten, you are better than the entire Big 12 10 times over, probably. You know what I mean? Like it's just so flawed. Like it's tough. It's real tough.
I can see that.
That's why you get. That's why you got to play the game.
The original conferences too. I need the Pac-12 back.
The Pac-12 gonna be back with like Utah State, Boise State. Yeah,
but they need the old Pac-12. Have you seen? Well, that's a different. We'll talk about this on another dive show. But have you seen the travel for these non-football?
No, the travel cool. The messed up part is they don't get the Sky Miles.
That's another thing too.
They should be able to get those Sky Miles on Delta. That's what they
Somebody else booking them tickets, getting this.
No, so they just walk up to the plane, right? It's charter flights, right? Yep. So they never tell me to put my seatbelt on when I was in college. Well, I never heard them do that little spiel. Make sure you put your seatbelt on.
Hey, that's Michigan. I got buddies at the Loyola. They still catching.
Walking through the airport.
Yeah, yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Yeah, brother. Yeah, brother. It's been real. It's been real. We'll get back to getting some Michigan topics in. We had to let DG get his. Oh, by the way, we can't get out of here without letting the folks know. I think, next week is when we do our special edition of our live version.
That's next week.
That's next week. That's our live Steady Dropping Dimes broadcast from the party for our friends at Golden Limo, the Golden Limo party. By the way, folks, if you have transportation needs, you need to look no further than Golden Limo. Now, executive transport. And so what do I mean by that? Airport transport, game day transport, any ground transportation needs. That could be individual, group, large group. Our friends at Golden Limo have you covered. So for me, I got to go to the airport and I need to get to that destination and I have to take all my equipment. That means all my camera equipment. Golden Limo gets us there. If we need to take the entire family on a trip to Rome or Paris, Golden Limo. If we need to get DG in his luxury, because he likes to travel in the lap of luxury, because that's the only way.
Do I not deserve it based on my history of takes?
Then how DG travels.
Recent history.
They called me today and they said, "Hey, we know DG.
He's gonna need a ride. He's gonna need a ride.
Get him to this party. We know he requires a certain level of travel. We need to start getting this arranged.
Indubitably.
Let's start getting this set up. I got the call today on that, by the way. Let's start getting this arranged. Can we get his address? This is the actual call, by the way. I said, we can start getting that set up. Golden Limo. You think I'm joking?
It's crazy. I get way more respect from Golden Limo than on this show. I get way more respect from Golden Limo than on this show, and I can't wait to ride in the lap of luxury with my good friends at Golden Limo. Because this show is disrespectful to the highest order. And when I tell you the lap of luxury, the accommodations, the punctualness, if that's a word, the punctualness of Golden Limo, where they're waiting outside, Mr. Gardner, your wider waits, right? It felt like the royal is clean, Your Highness. That's what it feel like. I'm just ready to roll and get on out there. So Golden Limo respects me. The Droppin' Dimes crew does not respect me, but it's all good.
Oh man, hey, as long as you ain't tearing up no more restaurant bathrooms.
See, that's the thing,
man. End the show, man. Why you bring up old stuff, Daniel?
I'm telling the people, the aviators, the navigators. That's when you're talking about your individual transport, whether you're getting to your destinations anywhere in Southeast Michigan, you're going to concerts or games or any airport, any of those transportation destinations you might have, or maybe you're a large group, party bus or sprinters that you might need, or large group and you need to travel on one of their luxury motor coaches, like the Michigan football team or the Michigan basketball team travels on. They got you covered there. But it goes beyond that, because if you think it's just about Southeast Michigan, it's not. Anywhere in the country.
Wait, no, Sam. So you mean if I go to Istanbul, I can get on Golden Limo?
All you got to do is go to goldenlimo.com.
Hold on. What if I go to freezing cold Iceland? What about then? Can I go on Golden Limo?
Go to limo.com, and they will connect with their transportation partners and set up your ground transportation. That's how.
What if I want to go to Zamunda? What if I want to go to Zamunda? Are they gonna get me there?
Any country that actually exists, they will hook up with their ground transportation.
Wakanda? No, they ain't in Wakanda yet.
They will hook up with their ground transportation partners in that country, and you will ride on Golden. Ben, drop that track.
If you have ground transportation needs, get to your destination on time, every time with Golden Limo. Ride like the Wolverines. Feel like a Wolverine when you ride with Golden Limo, the proud transportation partner for many of Michigan's sports teams and the primary transportation provider for Michigan Wolverines football. All you have to do to book your Golden Ticket reservation is go to goldenlimo.com/golden ticket or call their team at 734-668-8282 and mention Golden Ticket to book your transportation reservations today.
And at the Golden Limo party, where we're going to have special guests, Zeke Berry, Samaj Morgan, some others, of course, Devin Gardner, Al Borges.
Not if Al going to be there. Devin ain't going to be there.
We're going to be doing, I got to sit down with Al and start doing that part of the breakdown. We're going to do a special breakdown of Chip Lindsey's offense. And we're actually going to bring that episode to you as well. So everything that we break down, we're going to be bringing to you on Droppin' Dimes, so you guys won't miss it. So be on the lookout for that in the coming weeks. All right, folks? So you won't miss it. All right? As always, DG, by the way, he called it. I've been giving him the business. He got that. He got that one right. Hey, he got that one right.
I tried to text Sam. He said, "Hey man, you got to give me a minute. It's too cold." Hey, because y'all know I texted you 2 seconds after it was clearly over. I said, yeah.
And he didn't text me just one time. Hey, the dude kept calling me. I say, hey, man, you better leave me.
Hey, I was calling him. He wasn't answering. I was calling him back. Hey, I was just checking on
me 11:30, 12 o'clock at night. I say, man, leave me alone.
Leave me alone. I am busy. I don't got time for this today.
I'll talk to you tomorrow. Give me a minute. Hey, I will say this. He called it. He said they were going to be distracted. They wasn't going to get it. My brother, he got it. So he got it. I'll give him that. He was 1 for 2 now. He was 1 for 2. He got the Lions. He didn't get the Ravens. If I got to give you one, I got to take it the other.
Well, I didn't anticipate that Mark Andrew will leave his hands and fingers at the crib.
You said no caveats. You said no caveats, right? No caveats, right? So you got the Lions. You didn't get the Ravens, right? No caveats.
Yeah, right. The Ravens were favorite. Even Vegas thought the Ravens would win.
Oh, here we go. This dude. All right, folks. We'll see you next week on the next edition of Steady Dropping Dimes.